Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. We are here for a little post-production action at the Summer Melee Rum Village. I'm joined today by David on the commentator's mic. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thanks.
Normally I don't get to use or do post-production on this channel. It's on my Crew 42 page where we kind of go out to the Midwest and do those type of events. However, we have Dominic Kramer, who is kind of a rookie cameraman for the channel, doing a little bit of training, getting a little work done. So he came down with me to do a little bit of filming here just kind of casually. And it's been a great opportunity to come kind of highlight this course, starting off with hole 1. 307 feet. The basket in the video there is actually in the longer positions, closer to the mouth there, the initial opening. So you'll see a lot of turnovers here like Andrew, or you'll see a lot of forehands.
Yep, Andrew landed just a little bit right.
I can't throw forehands.
This is your guy right here, Zach.
Yeah, this is me. I made it onto my own coverage. No way. That is not in position, just in case anyone was wondering.
Personally, I think this is your typical play. This one's a little bit turned over by myself. However, the forehand usually gets to a pretty good spot if you release it correctly.
It's a little bit downhill, right?
It is. It plays about 290 on the short pin, I believe.
And we got a lefty with Robert here, and this course does not disfavor lefties or forehand players.
No, it does not.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we're gonna see some interesting lines. Hopefully, he can take advantage.
I would say when my forehand is feeling decent, I probably throw it about half of the holes or just less.
Yeah, sure. What's a really, really good score in this layout here?
Ooh, smashed it.
Oh, yeah.
In this layout, Andrew, who's right here, shot a 17 down last year in this tournament, and it was like, I think, 1,046.
Okay.
Yeah. I've 14 down on this in league. Late last year was 1,005. So those are pretty good scores, mid-teens.
So we got a couple tap-ins. Andrew's the only one to walk away with a birdie here. He's starting off on the right track. We do not have a large MPO field today. I think there's only 7 of us, but we have a couple good shooters. Andrew locally has been shredding. We actually played with him the weekend before, and he absolutely shredded on the 4th of July.
He did.
What do we got going on here?
This is hole 2, 310 feet. We're playing to the short basket. The Mach 3 sits about 50 feet inside of the wood line. You're going to see a lot of turnovers and forehands on this one as well.
And but speaking back of players, we also have Frank Smith, who's on the second card right now, who's the highest rated player in the field. So we got some shooters here for this small little event. I'm trying to go forehand, and I told you I can't throw them.
Outside of that tree, that looked pretty smooth to me.
It actually was really good for me. It just a little too tight. You're trying to go higher.
Yeah, I tried to go higher. I went with a disc that I'm not totally comfortable with yet, and I wanted it to be a little more overstable and fade before the trees that I had hit there.
You know, the best time to try a new disc is during sanctioned tournaments. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Easy line, or easier line here for Robert. Just a lefty hyzer, something stable. He's going to be hopefully putting from there.
Little Anheuser with my favorite disc in the bag.
Ooh.
A5.
Okay. Second best favorite is a PA3?
I would, for slow discs, yeah, I would say PA3 or an A2.
Okay.
Oh, that looks nice. Ooh.
I did not mean to do any of those. See, this is why I don't throw forehands. Because I'm trying to lay up, and I'm just like basket hunting on accident.
Long bid from Robert here. Little right. Probably some nerves, second hole of the tournament. Decent little bid from Andrew there.
Yeah, tough spot. Tough angle from that distance, too.
Absolutely. This doesn't look fun either.
No, I left a little more meat on the bone than I wanted, but luckily I'm a pretty good putter. So
yeah, that was dead center.
Yeah,
that was great.
I got that.
There you go, Robert, finishing out the hole.
Looks like a bunch of pars for our card. Holes 1 and 2 both playing pretty much middle of the difficulty, slightly on the harder side. Not as many birdies on that hole. And probably worth noting, because now that you're into hole 2 with us watching right now, there are 24 holes today instead of 18. So we have a lot. When you said neg 17, that wasn't 17 out of 18.
Yeah, right. That's out of 24 holes. Exactly.
Hole 3, 363 par 3. The way you're walking with the gimbal right now, Dave, is probably the best line. Backhand, I think something stable, something you can flip up on hyzer, let it ride a little bit. The only danger you really got to watch out for is turning something over too much into the road, which is OB, or if you smack a first available tree.
Yes, and tree that you're going to see a lot of people hit. I'm not sure about right here, but right in front of Andrew. Ooh, squeezed by it. That's the one. That is the one that people hit.
And I remember during this round, Andrew, I think he got worked 4 times in the round, where right as he's in his backswing, there's a loud thud, noise, horn honk, something. I threw this exactly on the line I wanted. I thought I squared the horizontal tree, and right before it did, it dipped under it.
That was a really good throw.
Yeah.
That's the line. That's the intended
We're going to
line of the hole.
pretend like I missed it unintentionally, but I just got lucky.
I have a late release and an unlucky kick.
Not OB, though.
I can't remember.
No,
you're right. I didn't go OB.
Not OB.
Yeah. Oh, roller line.
Didn't when I played with him, I don't ever think of lefty lines.
Yeah.
Like it's been so long since I played with Reed, so he just whipped that out, and I'm just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, clipped some trees. He's gonna roll out of bounds. He actually just got buzzed by that van too.
It did.
I'm sorry, Robert. It's not funny.
It's a little funny.
It's a little funny.
Oh, I love Robert. So Robert is one of our higher rated players in the area. He is, struggling on a couple of these holes right now, but he is a very, very talented player, and he's tough to beat.
Yeah, he did last. So the same tournament where Andrew won, that 4th of July tournament, he did not shoot a very good round 1. Came back, shot hot round 2. I think he took second.
Yeah.
He's been struggling from when I was talking to him, just like getting a whole tournament together. He can get one round in, but he's struggling on one of the other ones. Hopefully he can get this one back on track soon.
Yeah, Andrew Biggs, who just attempted that putt, is also one of our top-rated players in the area. He's a very, very good player. Good birdie.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one to get.
Which plays as one of the easier holes on the day, which is not what I would have guessed.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's not...
I mean, middle of the pack, but it's like middle easy rather than
Yeah.
middle hard like 1 and 2. I would never have
Probably
guessed
not
that.
a lot of birdies, though, right? Just a lot of pars?
Yeah, a lot of pars, yeah.
Bag on.
You know that's a confident tap in when you got the bag on, right?
All of 4 feet.
Yeah. A little bit of everything there on that hole. What do we got here?
This is hole 4. 270-foot par 3. The route that I'm taking you through right here with the camera is typically the straight play, but most people will take a wide hyzer like Zach is doing right here.
I needed to not throw that quite that stable. I need something that floated, that didn't hyzer that aggressively, I should say.
One of Andrew's home courses. He usually has this hole pretty dialed down. Leave himself a little outside circle on that one.
Yeah, the skip is just a weird thing to read because you kind of scoot back down the hill. So you almost want to beat the basket, skip, and then back, scoot back towards the bat like that.
Exactly
right,
like that.
That right there. You want to do that.
That was the first hole that I felt comfortable in the tournament. So I'm glad to be tapping in a birdie there after I struggled through the first 3, being 1 over at this point.
Now, there are a few Mandos on the course, that being one of them.
Yes.
That one's just a player safety one, I'm assuming.
That one is a little bit player safety due to hole 3's fairway, but more so, that was close. More so, it's the forehanded for a right-handed player. It's a really easy to go left of that Mando on a high hyzer and not have any trees in the way. So that's mostly the reason why we put the Mando there.
Tap in. Oh, it's been a minute since I've been here. It is worth noting that Andrew currently has a hole in his throwing arm.
Yes, he does.
From a firework.
Yeah. A firework caught him in the shoulder.
Yep.
Stuck there. And then the afterburn, or whatever you want to call it, was shooting down his arm.
Just please practice safety.
Yes.
Safe firework practices. That's
Absolutely.
the message here. Hole 5, 300 feet. A little deceptive here. The basket's tucked behind those 2 trees, just dead straight of you. If you hit them, you're almost like circle's edge, so you want to get past them, even though from the tee pad, you can't see the bottom of the basket, so it looks like it's right up against them, but it's actually a little past it. I think actually it's more open to a forehand if you have that play.
It is.
But
It is a really good forehand.
I don't have 300 feet, so I'm throwing a buzz.
Looks like it's going to come out nicely.
I thought...
Oh, hit the tree!
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. Tree wax is like, no, you're in circle 2, bud.
It's been a couple weeks, so this is great. It's almost like I'm watching it for the first time.
Yeah. It's like remembering what you experienced, but not remembering what it was until it happens.
This is a great flex line from Andrew.
Tree tickle, he was very fortunate with.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is a better line for the lefty or the forehand.
Oh, stay off that tree. Get around it. Yes.
He's around it.
That will be fine. Oh, long. Cooked it.
It's too much power.
Yes, he has a big arm.
Circle 2 from you, probably 50 feet or so.
I would say, yeah.
How's your putting feeling this year?
This year, it's actually feeling really good. This round, it felt okay, and then I was just at a tournament last weekend in Alabama where I had 100% C1X putt on round 1.
There you go.
So that felt really nice.
I really like the cage in this round so far.
Yeah.
Hit it twice.
Yep.
I should have put a cage counter dead center of this
You
big
should
numbers.
have.
Two
That was a
cages.
good bid, though.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty decent with my putting today.
Good. There's a good putt from Robert, speaking of good putts.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how far away from the basket it is as long as you put it in, right?
Absolutely.
Tap in for you, and apparently having a hole in your arm is the key because back-to-back he's just CTPing everything. So.
He is. Good birdie from Andrew.
Oh no, he didn't do it last hole. It was the whole. Either way, he's still winning the card. So.
He's still doing really well. So this is hole 6, 193 feet to. Yep, I like your graphic there. That's the basket we're going to. That was perfect. Andrew's taking a little bit of a unorthodox line here. Not a whole lot of people throw the backhand putter on Annie. They will usually go that right side route. For Robert, I definitely understand being left-handed. Ooh, come on.
Go in.
Wow.
Off the
Hey.
basket.
That was nice.
I forgot that happened.
This is more of the route that people take. On the right side, it just got a little more hyzer on it than I had wanted, but that is your typical route.
Yeah, I was thinking Zona West to make sure it doesn't go too deep.
Yep. I like the width that you got on that shot. That was nice.
Yeah, I was okay with it. I'm not a great off the tee kind of guy, but anything that gives me a putt is at a course like this is what you really want.
So, team drive or team putt?
Yeah, I'm team putt.
Team putt, okay.
But that's because that's where my skill set is. If you ask me what's more important, I'm going to say driving because it's the only thing that inhibits me from scoring really well.
Understandable.
And everyone who's really good at driving will probably say team putt because that's the one thing they need to like go really low.
Right.
And the real answer is both. I want to do both at all times.
Yep. Absolutely. I think I'm team drive for the same reason, the opposite reason.
Yeah.
You know, putting has typically been the chink in my armor. So if I can, I don't know. If I can, I feel like as long as I'm driving to the circle and giving myself an opportunity, even though I'm not the greatest putter, as long as I'm 60, 70%, I'm birdieing.
Okay. It's okay to be wrong. Hole 7, 360 feet, does not play like that. It is very downhill. There's a bit of a drop-off right behind the basket as well. You're going to want to throw something, I think, stable and on hyzer, let it flip up just a little bit. Andrew's got a great line on it. You just want to get past that last tree that he got whacked down by. He'll be circle's edge from there.
Yes. Definitely want to get under that tree or around that tree. Parking this hole is pretty difficult because of it, so getting under and left or around and right is typically your best option to get into the circle on this one.
Okay, take a guess here. Do you think it plays on the easier or harder side?
I would say this plays on the easier side.
It does. It's 4th easiest hole.
Oh, wow. 4th.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's surprising. Was the last hole the easiest?
No.
It was not.
It was not. It's
Hole
the 3rd
6 was-
easiest.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy? I threw Buzz OS because I was an idiot. And I'm thinking, like, I want to throw something just flat and rip it and just try to, like, burn it into the ground towards it. And as soon as I let go of it, I just, and just, like, let it hyzer way out here.
Ooh, that's looking good. Yes.
I had to lean it in.
Drained it.
Don't
How
go
far was that, you think?
50 to 55 to 60,
That was a
somewhere there.
standstill. That was crazy.
Well, I wasn't jumping it.
Yeah.
There's a drop-off. If
there
I
is a
miss the
drop-off.
basket, I'm going 90 deep.
That was a really good putt.
Blind squirrel, you know.
Ooh.
Dude,
Snuck it in there.
Dude, whoa. You gave me some
Yikes.
anxiety right there.
Oh, Robert just coming a little bit low on that one.
Almost a star frame.
Almost. Robert doesn't miss many of those putts.
He's just off a little. You can see he's a little frustrated too. And
He is.
He knows this is a course you can shred. He wants to shred. And hole 8, though.
We have 315 feet. This plays uphill. I would say this one maybe plays on the little bit harder side because rollaways are
Thing.
a thing.
Our thing. Dead center. actually, in difficulty.
Yes.
Dead center.
Wow. Okay. So 12th. The 12th hardest
Yeah,
hole
right,
on the-
right in there. Yeah, it's
Wow,
12 or
that was
13.
a strike. by
There's a lot
Biggs.
of holes. It's hard to count which position it's in.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
scrolling through my phone aggressively.
What are you throwing here, Zach?
I'm an idiot. I've added a new throwing style, and so I've added some distance with my buzz, which is what I'm throwing right there.
Okay.
However, I haven't really figured it out, and so like I burn that one. It's low, so I'm probably like 90 feet short. But like I feel like this should be a buzz. But like if I'm just feeling spicy, where I just don't want to have to throw it too hard, I'd probably throw Raptor.
Okay.
Just something overstable, let it dig into the hill, use
Those
it
look
to
like
my
a
advantage.
roller line to me. Oh yeah.
Yeah, lefty line's crazy because if it hyzers a with the hill towards the road OB.
Yes. And it looks like the roller, that one might be going a little bit long, but it plays really well up the hill. It slows down, wants to keep going straight. Oh, this
I'm
looks
bidding.
good.
I didn't care today. So this just popped in my head. So Andrew saw me play on the 4th of July tournament with my blue bag only. It's my pink bag. He thought that sat down, so he's like, great shot. I put this
Bang.
from down here, and I'm like, that's a great shot.
Yeah, that was a great shot. That rollaway was brutal, but that comeback 70-footer uphill was insane.
Not OB, not OB.
Not OB.
So I'm just like, I didn't want to take a bogey. But yeah, he was saying that, yeah, you should stick to the pink bag, Zach. It looks way better.
That's
I'm just
funny.
like, hey.
Good birdie from Robert with that roller.
Correct.
I got the birdie on that one as well. I
Got
threw
a-
a feedback.
You
on
got
that
a little
hole.
disc off valley action that was wanting to pop back
It
out.
did.
Just
Get
hold,
caught in the chain and then just kicks back out last second
Yeah,
on you. Yeah.
hole 9, 253 feet. It's up and over the hill, blind to the tee box. There's also kind of a drop off beyond and to the right of the basket. You want to throw something really overstable between the two trees where you saw David walking with the gimbal. I'm thinking Zona West for me. Just like pumping it.
That's a good call. I usually will go with an A2. However, during this round, I was trying to replicate shots, and I wasn't throwing a lot of Anheuser flat to Anheuser, so I wanted to throw Heiser with a less stable disc, and I just get it a little bit too high here. Hits the tree, drops down. I'm probably 80 feet.
Yeah, some thick cabbage over there. That's the downside of net. Like, all three of you are, like, local to the area.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey, guys, I haven't been here. The last time I was at this course was for a B tier, and the course chewed me up and spit me out.
Which tournament was that? Do you remember?
No idea. I mean, I could go back in the.
Yeah.
I have the PDGA app.
Was it a while ago?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
at least 2 years, if not 3 years
Okay.
ago. All I remember is just thinking, like, going home at the end of that tournament, just like, do I ever go back to that? Because that hurt.
I tried to give it a bid there. You know, it's a scary hole to really go for it with the drop off behind the basket. Robert gives it a pretty good one there as well.
Yeah, the drop off is scary. It's like well positioned pin for a 253 foot hole, making
Yes,
it
it is.
much scarier than what it. Like, I'm a pretty good putter, and I'm.
Yep, I feel like that's your miss when you have a death putt like that.
Yeah,
Is low.
I'd rather miss low hit cage and sit rather than. But as soon as I let go of it, I was like, well, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Should have just threw it in the basket. It's way better.
If I remember right from the round, there was a slight headwind as well, and Andrew was expecting it to lift, and it never did.
And it spooked me because I was like, do I plan for this? And like, just needed to take a breath and jam it because it didn't matter. Spoiler alert, it's too close.
We have hole 10 here. This is downhill, a lot of low ceiling, 328 feet. Most players are going to go with something like a Thunderbird style disc out to the right and let it fade back towards the basket.
Leaving it wide. Misses a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, all the way down there.
Yep. Hits a good line with that. This is another hole where the downhill really is messing me up. I was just thinking I should be grabbing more overstable.
I don't know how
You
I
just
gotta do
made the
that.
impossible double
Yeah.
mando.
I don't
Twice
know
where
how
it's
that went
luck,
through.
right?
Twice where it's luck. There's my Instagram. Robert going the lefty route. Sometimes you'll see right-handed players throw the forehand through there as well.
Yeah, he got clipped up. Looks like short.
What are you throwing here?
I don't want to talk about it. I remember this shot. I vividly. I remember letting go of that disc and going, oh, this is not good.
That's a little high.
A little.
As you can see on the tee pad, it is very low ceiling with the way the hill drops off, and then the trees are below on the bottom side of the hill.
That's a good approach.
Yeah, that was a really good approach.
A little high. You're so funny.
It was a lot of high.
It was a lot of high.
Good effort there.
Yeah, my first missed basket. First air ball of the round.
If I remember right, this is around 40 feet maybe. I just a little scared of the step putt.
Do you range it? Normally?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Andrew?
Man, his putter's on fire.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be 6 down through 10, which tell us, for the non-Indiana people who are watching this, how pace-wise, how's that look?
He's doing really good at 6 down through 10. You want to get a lot of your birdies on the front 12 for sure. On the back 12, you get some harder holes, and then you have what we call like birdie alley on the last 6 or 7.
6, 7, yeah. Hole 11, 307. It's right there. You can see it. That's it.
That's right, dead center.
Best hole overview of all time. Right there.
Looks like, I believe Biggs is throwing...
It's a midi.
Yeah, I was going to say Thunderbird, but that is not.
No, it's a midi.
Yeah.
He's flashing basket with it. Man, we wanted an ace on the card so bad today.
Oh, yes.
After that one, we're like, all right, we got to get one.
Throwing an MX3 here. This one is uncharacteristic to most MX3s. It a little bit less stable.
Got encircled, nice and close. Well, if we didn't know what the wind read was, it's a right to left.
It is.
Thanks, Robert, letting us know. Turned over a little too much here. It's going to be obstructed, but maybe a circle 2 putt. Yeah.
Get off of it.
Woo!
Ow!
Yeah,
Stayed in bounds.
Look at that. Hey, at home, if you're watching this, you shouldn't throw like me, but you should putt like me, just so we're all aware.
Your putter is incredible. Ooh, this looks like a pretty good
Big
upshot.
risk forehand play. I won't even lie. I honestly was trying to play for a flare and try to go for the basket a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's it. It's going to have the angle, and it just dug into the ground. No! It would have looked so cool.
Robert was on the drive was throwing his Mako, one that he had just put in the bag that day because he realized that he left the one that he throws all the time at home. So he's really struggling trying to figure out this Mako on a couple of holes, but that's his bread and butter disc for sure.
Hey, I tell you what, when it comes to if you have to replace a disc in your bag, the more stable, the easier it is to figure it out. Because if you put a flippy disc in your bag and replace it, who knows what that thing's going to be like.
Coming up to hole 12 here, 254 feet. Plays more like 280. Most people are going to be going with a forehand on this hole. It's really hard to flip something up that late and get it to finish right, but Biggs here is going to show us how it's done. Maybe a little early. I don't know. Came up nice.
I think the forehand shapes up better for it.
I do as well. Got it a little high, throwing a feedback here. Yep, hit a tree and fell.
If I had felt confident at all off the tee with the forehand today, I would have thrown it twice as often. I just at this point in my life, forehands were just not a thing.
Gotcha.
Just not allowed to do it. I could my wrist would auto roll. I just couldn't stop it. So I'm resolving to this Big Beth Luna just on.
Ooh, that looks like it's going to turn out really well.
Oh yeah, I thought it was super inside. I can't tell because I've never thrown here. So
right.
I let go of oh, that's gonna hit a tree, and then someone goes, go in. I'm like, what do you mean go in?
Go in. I think I yelled go in.
Yeah,
actually,
I think
if I
you
remember
did.
right.
It's like, what do you mean go in? That has no chance. And obviously, it was pretty good. So
Biggs from circle 2. Oh.
Don't do
No.
it. This is rude.
Sit down.
This is rude.
No,
Now
it's not going to stop. Oh.
Oh, the side to side.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
Note to cameraman. Perfect job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slow zoom in on that.
Dominic, that was nice.
No, don't do it again.
Oh, at least it's that. Coming up to Robert's drive, he had a really good drive up to maybe 20 feet. Just leaves it a little low.
Yeah, he's just a little off right now.
Yep. He'll get it. He'll get it down. Great player. Nice putt.
Hey, I parked one.
That was a good birdie.
Yeah, it feels great to get one on Andrew, who is somehow 4 strokes beating me at this point. He's beating you. He's beating me. He's beating everyone right now.
He is on one.
takes a bogey actually, so I get 2 on him. So quick look at the scores right now. We're actually at 6 down and 4 down. We got some delicious burgers cooking between the rounds.
They were great.
I don't remember who was there.
Ooh, I will look it up for the second round. That way we can give him a shout out. Yeah, he made great burgers.
Yeah, put the link in the description as well. Fantastic, just in between meal that we had there. But anyway, we're gonna jump back now into hole 12. I promised 1 hole round. Hole 13, 217 feet. It actually dips up and to the left, not where you just saw that person throw. It's right there.
The greatest graphic of all time.
Hey,
This looks like a Kratos.
Yes. Yes, this is Kratos. I remember the shot. I was so mad about that shot. I was pissed because I threw that at 40% power and barely threw it just to make sure it didn't go too far.
Yep.
And those moments slow is smooth as fast as as whatever.
Slow is smooth, smooth as far.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It just sailed. I was like, what? I'm supposed to be parked, and now I have a 28-footer. This is crazy.
This is a tough line for a lefty. Being able to finesse a putter on Annie and trust it not to go into the road is pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was him, I'd be throwing a captain's raptor on Spike Heiser and trying to go off the road.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I have thrown forehand over the road. It is a play.
Oh yeah,
it's not the greatest play, but it's there. Oh, that was a solid putt. That's smooth. So that's a birdie for Zach. That's nice. Here's Robert for his. Striped it.
2 for 2.
3 for 3.
Man, your putter interactions with chains freaks me out.
There we go. That's a nice star frame.
Yeah. Andrew didn't like his chain interaction either.
Didn't.
Stay in there.
We're coming up to hole 14. This is 355 feet. Roller backhand or a forehand for a right-handed player. For Robert, this sets up really nicely. Being a lefty on this hole, he can just let one rip and get it out there.
I'm throwing a Buzz SS, and I'm trying to punch it through the cluster of trees. I'm literally playing poke and pray. Andrew told me right before I threw, he's like, if you push something that's really understable on hyzer and low, and you can scoot in the deep side, and I'm like, dude, you think I have that distance down? Yeah. Maybe if you gave me 20 throws on this hole, just for kicks and giggles, I could figure it out, but I'm not going to throw that perfect shot the first time. I'm going to play poke and pray, and it did not work in my favor.
Robert's getting that line that you really want for getting it out wide. He just gets unfortunate, hits that tree.
Yeah, most of the way there. Good. Yeah, most of the way there, though. Yeah, this is what he's telling me I need to throw something flippy.
Yeah, out there to the left a little bit.
Yeah, and just push it past all that stuff. He threw this shot and turned around and looked at me, and I'm just looking like, what? You want me to do what now? You are insane if you think I'm just going to go do that first time.
Oof. Turned over. If I remember right, that was 60-ish long and left of the basket on the upshot.
Yeah, you spooked me, so I went to 5 speeds faster and threw it barely.
Yeah, I love it. That's a good play. What was that, cap wrap?
No, just a regular wrap.
Wrap, okay.
Yeah.
Robert for a nice little birdie bid. Oh, that was close.
Spicy. Andrew looking to continue his dominance.
Oh, that was so close to being really good.
There's that weird moment in your head as a competitor where you just kind of oh, thank God.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just I'm doing everything I can not to suck it up right now, and he's dominating. I just need him to not put this one in for me.
Small chink in the armor.
Yeah,
just show it.
Just need something. And he's off by, even his bogey, his one bogey of the round has been off the basket, roll away, circle 2, off the basket. He's right there. 3 strokes better right now would be at 10 down. He really is playing very clean disc golf.
He is.
Outside of a couple close calls or unfortunate breaks.
It's a good par save from you.
Whew.
I took the unfortunate bogey. Only one on the card.
Yeah. Hole 15 now. You're going to take the right side where the little tree is, which scares the bejesus out of me. It's 252, way uphill, probably plays as 280.
Yes, I would say about 280.
I didn't want nothing to do with that little tree. It scared the living daylights out of me, so I'm throwing that buzz on Anheuser.
I like that route. That's typically the route that I play, that left side.
Don't throw like me at home, kids. That was bad for me. I'm telling you, don't throw like me. Just putt like me. I was just that was so bad. Had a great result, but it was still really bad.
Robert testing out that Mako again, I believe. Good shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I could do that with something that flippy. Go to it that often.
If I remember right, I will be throwing a PA3 that looks like it has 8 dimples in the top from it being so beat up.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there's that flip. Super understable disc.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like you're sitting right next to me. Robert has interesting putting style. He's like, if you're watching this, it's like he's just standing there. It looks like he's staring off into the distance, and then
he just goes.
Yeah. And it's kind of cut out from the cameraman because you don't see the whole routine and everything. But like watching this, it's like, what's he? Go. And
yep.
It's kind of weird to see sometimes, but he's really is quite a good putter.
He is very good putter.
He's got it down. All right, hole 16, what do we got?
We have a 445-foot par 3. The route that I'm taking you, if you get lucky, you will go up the center. Most of the time, you're going to want to go around and get something out to the right and let it fade. Like this.
Yep. Just so everyone's aware at home, I know I can't reach this hole. I just grabbed a force and was like, I'm going to throw it that way.
Yep.
And hope it goes around it.
That was a great line.
And it's the best shot I've ever had on this hole. Mind you, I don't remember what I did 3 years ago.
Robert throws a good roller here, but we lose it. If I remember right, he actually runs up one of these trees.
Yeah, clipped one of the trees, yep.
DD3, I believe, here from Andrew. Yep, flipped it over a little bit.
Yep, it's going to be off to the right side. What are you throwing?
I'm throwing a Prodigy Proto D3. Trying to get it high, outright, and hope for the best.
See, high scares me because there's more foliage up there. I'm trying to throw under. But that's why you can reach the hole and I can't.
Robert has a really tough par save from here if he can get it. Oh, gets kicked.
Andrew now.
Throwing Kratos.
No, he's not throwing a Kratos.
Those purple ones?
That's a Kratos.
That's a Kratos.
That's right. He does have a I forgot about that. He has the test flight baseline plastic ones, yeah, which are surprisingly quite a bit more stable than the test flight sparkle ones. Oh God.
Looks like you were about 50, maybe 40.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, probably 50 or so.
Here's my birdie putt.
Let's go. The one and only. On the day, well, on this round, because
this round, the basket moves.
Yeah, so how many? I think there's 7 or 8 holes that will move between rounds 1 and 2.
Yes, there were 5. 2 of the baskets we weren't able to move.
Correct. Okay.
So 5 out of 7 moved.
Okay, so yeah, the course will change a little bit, and I don't know how much. I like having 2 cracks at stuff.
Yeah,
at a tournament like this. So it made me sad because I wanted another crack at that one, but. Yeah, it is what it is. Taking a look at hole 17 now, 338. Basket hugs closer to the road in this position. So you want to throw something. Actually, you want to flip it more than it looks like you can afford.
Yes.
So like this came out of your hand, and like it doesn't look like that one. I thought wasn't pushing the road at all.
It wasn't. It was going to land left.
And you really want it to turn quite a bit more right to push. Yes. It's just. The road doesn't really curve in as much as it curves forward.
Right.
But it's scary looking off the tee. Just like I thought for a second when it came out of my hand, I was like, uh-oh. And then I remembered what this guy threw. I was like, never mind. We're good.
It's good.
Force. It's going to go left.
This is looking like a pretty good shot to me.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. That looks like it's pushing road, and it's just not. It's quite a bit fair.
Big shout out to St. Joe Valley Disc Golf Club. That flag that you see waving there is who sponsors Robert. They Andrew's on the team, and I'm on the team from this card. There's 3 of us from St. Joe Valley.
Why'd they let me on the card? Oh, yeah, never mind. Now I remember now.
Well, that's the club. Oh, good putt. So that's actually the club. Fly High is who sponsors us, but St. Joe Valley is the club that basically runs everything in the area. There we go. Good putt.
Missed a couple approach shots, but that's okay. We're getting our tap-ins right now. We'll see what the overall scores are here in a second. Because we did not, I was going to say, we didn't just cluster that basket that well.
No.
Promise you we didn't.
No, we didn't. Looking at hole 18 here, 304 feet. There's 2 options. You can either go around the right side with a hyzer or the left side with a hyzer, depending on if you're right-handed throwing backhand or forehand.
You guys threw me for a loop here. just so you all know.
You didn't think we were going that wide?
No, so the T sign shows the forehand gap or like the backhand
yeah.
gap, right? And so I'm looking at it thinking, okay, it's going to be a buzz SS. I'm going to try to snap it here. And Andrew throws over there, and I'm like, okay, well, he's like a local guy-ish. It can't clearly be the good line.
Yeah.
And he hits early, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Then you threw it. And I'm like, I'm the idiot, must be, and you clip it, but I'm like, who cares? I'm just gonna throw Heiser with an Athena, and let's just all hit early, and I can be convinced for next round that I won't.
Parked.
Yeah, and I parked. I was like, no, that is the line.
That is the line.
You were all right.
Robert's going to be taking the traditional left side. You want to get it high. If you get it too low, it won't skip up the hill.
Yeah, he let go of that. It clipped something and ended up even shorter than he wanted, and I still think that's the better line. Like,
Right.
Like, I'll still throw the Athena because it worked, but, like, I shouldn't.
When my forehand feels good, I always opt for the left side.
Yeah. I'll never throw forehand over there. It's just,
I was wanting that one. I left it a little low, but I was trying to hit a big one.
also, I didn't realize this one changed. We don't change pins on this one. We change pad location.
Correct.
I did not know that. I wanted this birdie in the second round. I was like, all right, let's go do this again. No, I won't get a chance to do it.
Second pad is significantly tougher.
Yes.
Sure.
I like it too.
Yes.
But it is significantly tougher. All right. And if you think we're done, well, we're not, because we have 6 more holes to go. 19. Well, this is part of the birdie stretch, I'd say, or
It
like
is.
the
This is
beginning
where
of
Birdie
it.
Valley starts.
250 feet. You're walking the forehand gap.
I am.
Which is very clear and visible. There's that tree. What do you call that shrubbery pocket thing?
A lot of weeds.
Sure, the weeds, very tall weeds. You will see a lot of people throw backhand hyzer on that over that.
They will, yes.
I thought forehand, so I threw Captain's Raptor and I rolled my wrist again.
It didn't turn out too bad, though, did it?
Oh, it's awful.
It did?
Yeah, it's just the worst. No, it's not that bad. It's just not close.
Here's the hyzer route you're talking about. We get to see Andrew go over the shrubbery.
Yeah, he let go of that disc. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I should have just done that with the Kratos. What's wrong with me?
I'll be taking the forehand route as well. Back to my trusty A5. It's hard to see. Once you let go of the disc and the shrubbery is all grown in, you really don't know quite where it's going to land.
Yeah, so I had to go to weird footing, and there's like, I had to go Anheuser around one thing and Heiser around another, and I hit the tree instead, and I put my arms up and like, I'm an idiot, because that's just my fault.
What are you thinking coming up to a long par putt like that?
Why'd I leave myself so much distance?
Okay, so you're still thinking about the last shot?
No, not at all. I'm just no. When I actually went up to that putt, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, hey man, this is a 25 footer for birdie. Like, can you make that? And I'm like, yeah, sure I can. So like, that's what I'm thinking. And as soon as it missed, I'm going, well, that's a dumb bogey.
Right.
But like, it's not in my head when I putt it. I just don't care.
That's a good putt from Andrew. Ugh. So low, so bad. Uphill putts are
I
kryptonite
forgot
to
I was
me.
hiding behind that tree.
Yeah.
You let go of it. I just came around. I was like, peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Hopefully I didn't mess you up in the tournament.
No. Uphill putts are not my thing. There's a tap out from Robert for his par.
19 played on the tougher side, which is probably my fault for the bogey, for being honest.
We're looking at hole 20. This is the first one that takes you somewhat into the deeper woods, 268 feet. Taking the right side is almost always the play. If you take the left side, there's going to be a bush guarding the green.
Mm-hmm. That's too far right, normally, right? Or is that? Oh no, that's it.
That's a pretty good
it.
shot.
That's it. Hard to tell from the angle, but yeah, it looked pretty good. There is some like bushes off to the right. As long as you're over it, it's fine.
Yep. As long as you go over the bushes.
Is there a line over here?
There is. There
Okay.
definitely is. That's just
Sure.
where a lefty can fade it in late.
Yeah.
You need to beat the bushes by the green on an Anheuser forehand. You will probably go long of the basket.
Okay. I thought this looked really good, but this is gonna be short.
It is. It's short. I sawed it off a little bit. Too much hyzer.
I don't think I learned from that either. I'm pretty sure I threw something too slow. I think I threw a zone here.
I think we landed in a similar spot.
I think
remember.
I think we're making minis pretty much.
Not in a good way because
No.
we're not
Circle.
not in a good spot.
Yeah, circle 2. At least we can see the basket.
Correct.
That's not guaranteed from that position.
Ooh, I wanted it.
Yeah, good speed, good pace, good height.
Deep into those bushes is never fun for the par comeback.
I think I told you right before you threw his, like, give me a win read.
Yeah, you did.
It's like,
You're welcome.
thanks for that win read.
Good putt. What was that, Zach?
I don't know. There's a bush in my way. I was like,
I remember this feeling a lot tougher than it looks.
the hole.
That
putt?
par putt.
Oh,
And then I almost fell over and I caught myself.
Like, let's go. Yeah, that was huge. You watch
was
it on coverage,
huge.
you're like, I'm 6 feet away.
Yeah,
I was like, no.
absolutely. Nonchalant from Robert there. I believe that was a birdie for him.
Yeah,
That was a great drive.
3 birdies.
Wow, you're welcome.
Yeah. It should have been only 2. Thanks for the win read. Hole 21, 284 feet. This one has 2 pin positions, but it's kind of locked in this one position for the tournament. So you just want to throw. I mean, let's be real. You want to have a forehand. You want to pitch it around the corner.
You do.
If you throw slower speed, that's better, because fast speed can get away from you. Looks like Andrew is hyzering out a little too early.
It's typically the miss on a backhand. You either hyzer out a little earlier. There's that big tree that was just on the left that you can hit. Robert may be going for an ace line.
I don't want to say this course is a lefty dream, but I'm pretty sure this is probably every lefty's favorite place to visit.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
I'm thinking, I can't read English, so I don't know why. I read this at 340.
Oh,
So I'm thinking...
it's 280.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Buzz SS, and I need to, like, kind of hit it kind of hard and cut the corner a little bit so that I can get there. And then I saw you walk up with what looked like a zone, but it's not. Whatever.
A5.
Yeah, it's an
Close.
A5.
It's close.
So, like, I'm just like, what happened here? I'm confused. I just totally missed Andrew's shot completely. I saw Robert's shot, and I'm thinking, oh, it's just going to be short. I can get farther than that. And then we get up here, I'm like,
And you are parked on the long basket.
Yeah, just like,
if it was there. Incredible.
yeah, just like
Your putting was on fire. That was great.
I needed that 70-footer roll away first one to go, and everything else after
How
that
many
stuff.
70-footers is that for you now at this point?
I think it's only one.
Good putt, Robert.
I mean, that one. How far is the long pin?
I believe it's around 330. 340 maybe. Yeah, about 340.
Yeah, so that one probably is just inside 70. So I think I only have one real 70-footer, but I think I have 3 60-footers, deep 50s, early 60s. So I'm having a good day.
Coming on to hole 22, dead straight, 254 feet. Pick your poison, whatever you want to throw.
It played as the... we'll play... Which one do you think it is? Did this play as the easiest, the second easiest, or the third easiest hole in the day? What do you think?
If 6 isn't the easiest, then I think it would be this one.
Okay, you're right. This
Okay,
is, in fact, the
okay.
easiest hole in the day. And you guys blew me away for this hole, because I walked up and Robert went, it's right there. Mind you, I see the tee pad and the double Mando.
Right. Yes.
So I'm looking out to the right, and I'm just like, Robert, you're insane.
There's no 254-foot hole right in front of me.
There's no basket there. He's like, it's literally right there. He's can't explain it any clearer, right? And I'm just sitting there for probably 15 seconds, like,
No, it's not.
y'all are stupid. Like there's a Mando, and so you walked up. It's like there's no double Mando. It's left, and I looked up. Oh, it's right there.
It's right there.
It's like, you guys had me so blown away. I was just like, are you guys really at this late of the round? You guys are just gonna start forcing me to throw into random places baskets that don't exist?
So that pad and the double Mando are going up to hole 23's basket for the Dominator layout.
Oh,
Yes.
And so is that an 18-hole combo layout?
Close. It's
Okay,
19.
19.
Yep.
Okay. Hole 23, 275 feet in this layout, is up the hill. And this is another hole where, again, I can't read English because, but in the opposite direction, I saw 275 and my brain went, oh, so, it's 240. And I don't know why, but it did.
Yeah, so you tried to short it. Oh, that's a perfect shot.
Robert did not have that problem.
No, Robert striped that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you grab your Buzz OS, you pitch it up the hill, 240. I mean, I let go, and I was like, oh, that's going to be a little short. And as soon as I saw it land, I would look back at the tee sign and went, oh, I'm an idiot.
You look at this T sign, and that makes more sense.
That makes way more sense that landed so short. I don't know what it was. I was having just a good time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Three strokes back of Andrew, who's playing very, very well right now.
12 down through 22 is incredible.
I'm like personally offended by him because he has a hole in his arm and he's still beating me by 3.
I know. He had a hole in his arm when he won the tournament on July 4th. So
I don't know how. Yeah, apparently maybe he should just start doing that regularly.
Maybe
just putting a permanent hole in his arm. Just plays really good disc golf.
Ooh, caged it. That was close though.
Where's the counter? Where's the how many times is that now?
Right.
Who knows? It's 6.
Ooh, squeaked.
I don't think you touched a lot of chains.
No, I think I sat it neatly in the basket.
I think I made the joke like twice to you about about there's no pictures on the scorecard, just high definition
there was 4 times.
4K.
Yeah.
Just high def 4K. Wow.
Oh, that's rough. Andrew's not going to be happy with the bogey there. Nope.
That's a 2-stroke swing for some people.
Yes.
Not me, because I parred it.
Robert and I believe, both took a 2-stroke swing on him on that hole. Yeah, the first one he just left it a little bit. He released a little late, and then I believe on this next one you can see him hitting am side on the chains.
All right, hole 24. What do we got going on?
This is our last hole on the round, 323 feet. The intended line for the hole is where I'm walking, dead center. I think I blew Zach's mind away when I threw wide right.
Yeah, y'all just messing with me on purpose. I swear to God. I would have shot 10 strokes better if I just showed up and threw on my own. No, that's not true.
Yeah, right here. You're probably thinking, oh, he's going to go right down the center.
Yeah.
And then yoink.
Yeah, then you just went wide right. And I'm just like, excuse me? And then it just like looked good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get that one.
Flashing
Cool.
chains. And I'm just like, nope, still not going to do it.
Nope, still going center.
Yeah, I was still scared of that. And I did a big round, and I threw it really badly. So it's over there now. Apparently, there's no center gap. It's just,
Yeah, it looks like it. The center gap, I think, would be a lot more appealing if there wasn't OB left.
Sure, that makes sense. It makes me want to throw forehand now.
It is a very good forehand hole.
This is a great upshot from Robert there. He's going to be by the basket for his tap in. I'm sitting here praying, don't mess this up, don't go deep. And I threw my Zona West way too short, but it's way downhill, so it got close.
Birdie look?
For 12?
Oh.
Not quite. Just got a couple
Good cleanup
tap-ins.
there.
Yeah. I was like, dang it. I wanted that one. Why didn't I take the wide right route? Ooh,
Wounded duck into the basket.
Hey, wounded ducks still count for 2.
They do.
Nice birdie.
Thank you.
Taking a look at our scores for our card. Andrew at 11. I'm at 9. You're at 9. Robert's at 7. And actually, what we're going to be doing here for round 2 is that Robert's unfortunately going to drop off the card. However, Frank Smith, who I mentioned earlier, shoots a neg 12 after catching fire late.
Yes.
And so he will be our tournament leader by 1 stroke, and that will be those 2 and us 2 as the lead card. So we're going to have a lot of fun in round 2. Thanks for joining me, David.
Yep, anytime. Thanks.